for 3 laps. Dash to the checkered flag.
Green flag waves once again on this race, and 6.5 minutes to go. Steven Simpson, perfect restart, and Zachary Robichon trying to split 2 slower cars, including Kenton Cook.
It's Kenton Cook who's trying to get his lap back.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I agree with that. There's not really enough time left for anything to happen, but
well, no.
In any case, Zachary Robichon with the right-hand turn signal flashing, and Steven Simpson trying to check out because he sees Kenton Cook in the rearview mirror. The two of them have no love lost from other series where they have had bumpers exchanged in the past, so Steven Simpson will want to try and put as much distance between himself and the following car as possible. Scott Andrews in the number 51, the bright yellow roof, is trying to get himself around some cars that are a little bit further back down the field, couple laps further back. Memo Gidley, I believe, was the car immediately ahead of him.
It's a really good restart there for Steven Simpson, and he'll be thrilled to see the car of Kenton Cook behind him, because he knows that he's not a threat for the win here. Kenton's just trying to make his point. Fair enough. He's a very talented young driver. There's a mistake there for, I think that was Zachary Robichon, wasn't it? Sliding wide there at Oak Tree Corner, so that's cost him even more ground to the leader, Steven Simpson.
The windshield wiper is almost going lazily on the number 30 Extreme Speed Motorsport Ligier from Steven Simpson. There is no rain falling outside, but I don't think Steven wants to take a hand off the steering wheel to try and figure out where the windshield wiper button is. It's not his normal race car, so we might push a different button. Engine off. No, wrong button. Don't do that. And Steven driving his own race. He has torn off the rear mirror in the cockpit of his number 30 machine. He did figure out where that one was, and he's focusing forward. 4.5 minutes to go. That means we'll get, what, 3 laps, Jeremy, right?
Yeah, 2 more, yeah.
That should be good fun.
Yep, it should be, yeah, 3 more laps from here, you're right.
Kenton Cook is actually playing a nice tail gunner for Steven Simpson, and Zachary Robichon 1.6 seconds
and
back.
And a surprise there, but Scott Andrews did not get a good restart. He lost a lot of ground on that restart lap in car number 51.
There were a lot of cars between himself and the cars ahead of him. So the class split, although it was called for, didn't necessarily have an impact, because I think there were 3 or 4 cars between himself.
Lapped LMP3 cars,
lapped
that's
LMP3
right.
cars.
Because there's a whole bunch of, of the top 13 cars, they're on 4 different laps. There's another spin. That's
Bart Wolff at turn 1.
Oh, that's not good for his championship aspirations. Michael Miller has taken the lead, by the way, in car number 86. He snuck past Steven Dawes on that last lap, and James French now then, with that spin for Bart Wolff, will move into second.
And for Steven Dawes, he has to watch behind him because he's got a slew of LMP3 cars coming through, 4 of them in a line, all fighting for their own class positions. Michael Miller in that number 86 machine. Remember, it's been off the track a few times today, Jeremy. The 86 is a number that we've called for some lawn mowing excursions. Steven Simpson ahead of Zachary Robichon, ahead of Scott Andrews. Those are our top 3 cars with 3 minutes to go. Michael Miller in the 86, Steven Dawes in the 22, and Bart Wolff, before he went off the track, in the number 28. It should now be James French in 3rd in the number 77, actually.
Correct.
So James goes from, what was that, 5th before the caution came out, and way down the charts to all of a sudden a podium. And that would be a double podium for Performance Tech. It wouldn't be the top step as it is right now, but at least 2 of the 3 spots would be populated by their cars. Steven Simpson, 2.5 seconds with 2.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, and by far his best lap there. The track's certainly drying out. A 1 minute 55.2 for Steven Simpson. That's actually that and the restart lap of the first 2 laps. He's done under 2 minutes since he got into the car. The track definitely drying out, and he's put a bit of margin between himself and Kenton Cook just to make things a little bit safer.
There was a moment for Michael Miller coming across the start-finish line where he had an LMP3 car behind him who caught up to him at a great rate of speed, and the LMP3 car didn't expect Michael to be going so slowly, nearly rear-ended him.
Got a 3-car battle for 4th place now, with Andrew Evans under intense pressure from both Ben Waddell in car number 3 and TJ Fisher in car number 47. That's the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th.
And that has championship implications because Ben Waddell, who shares with Maxwell Hanratty in the 3rd place, needs to stay ahead of TJ Fisher in the 47, who shares with Austin McCusker coming into the weekend 2nd in the championship points. That would have an impact, as Zachary Robichon still cannot get around Kenton Cook, and Kenton actually pulling clear away of Robichon in the IMSA Motorsports number 4. Steven Simpson is loving this right now. His yellow helmet behind the wheel of the number 30. We are at 1 minute to go as he tries to go around Bart Wolf in the number 28, the MPC car that collected a lot of what would feed probably 5 baby goats over the span of the week. A lot of grass. This
for Zachary Robichon, for finishing 2nd place, it's good for his team boss there, Dean Baker. This would be that pairing 2nd win. Well, 2nd win for Dean Baker in the Masters class in succession.
This is the last lap as the sun begins to set and gives just a beautiful imagery. Makes the black number 30 of ESM almost look a bit yellow. And Steven Simpson, you can see into the cockpit, look into his eyes at this point. It'll be a nightmare for breaking into the roller coaster, but for now, it's a photographer's dream as Steven Simpson, last time he'll have to come through turn 4 at any sort of rate of speed, because the next time he goes should be a bit more peaceful. And all of a sudden, James French, Jeremy, he is fighting to maintain his 100% winning record. Absolutely. He goes around the number 86, and a Performance Tech car is leading at the white flag. James French has taken the lead of the MPC class.
Yeah, he made up 3 seconds on the lap. He passed, first of all, he got past Stephen Dawes, then he's also passed Michael Miller as well. So that's a tremendous drive for James French, and gosh, how emotional that will be.
Oh my.
For that team.
That's a podium ceremony I definitely want to be at. Steven Simpson coming down the back straight. He goes past the old pits, up the little hill. Sun won't be in his eyes just quite yet, but now it'll start to blind him as he comes down the hill and the braking into the roller coaster section. He's got the left turn, and then he pulls the car back over to the right, prepares for the next left-hander, just barely touch the curb, let the car drift out wide. He's got an MPC car ahead of him, but he doesn't need to worry because that will not slow him down. 2.7 seconds worth, which is the lead he has over 2nd place Zachary Robichon. And here comes Steven Simpson. He will cross the start-finish line, claiming the win for the number 30, Chris Wright, and the Extreme Speed Motorsport team victorious once again, extending Chris Wright's championship lead with 1 round remaining in the championship. Steven Simpson, ultimate plug-and-play accessory. I think this just proved him a little bit stronger. And as for plug-and-play accessories, how about James French? He got drafted into the Performance Tech team, the MPC class, never had driven one of these cars before at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park back in July. Went on with Howard Jacobs in the number 77 to claim victory there. They asked him if he wanted to do it again at Virginia International Raceway. And when it looked like it was going to be a 5th place finish before the caution came out, James French said, no, that won't work. I would like to win. Thank you very much. And that's exactly what he has just done. 2 for 2 for James French and Howard Jacobs in the number 77. A win for Performance